Hello. Uh, how was International Women's Day for you yesterday? Uh, it was quite. It was a bit of a mix for me. I don't know about you. I had quite a good conversation with my daughter the day before, talking about how, you know, it's a travesty that, you know, in the UK, every 3 days a woman gets killed by as a result of domestic violence by a man. Um, and she has had sort of issues in terms of finding work, largely because she has a disability, uh, and it's kind of only a really female only sort of experienced disability, and so that tends to get sort of minimized by male bosses and things like that. So that makes life quite hard for her. Um, so yeah, it wasn't that inspiring really. And we were sort of talking about how the last time there was a real sort of bout of feminism was in the 1990s with the whole sort of riot girl thing. And there was a moment of Me Too in the 2010s, but since then, it just seems that women's human rights are sort of slipping back. In Afghanistan, women can't even sort of speak in public, and abortion rights are being rolled back in the US. So autonomy over our lives and over our bodies and those sorts of things, and sort of occupational segregation that happens with women because they're the ones who care for the families largely. So if they take a career break to look after children or elderly parents, getting back into work is really hard. And they reckon in the UK, 1.5 million women will be, midlife women will be economically inactive. That means they won't be earning any money, and that's a bit of a problem because divorce rates are quite high amongst that generation. So where are they getting to? Who's going to support them? It's either the state or businesses change their minds about how they view career breaks and how they sift through CVs and that sort of thing and job applications, because it's just not sustainable generally. We need more people to be doing things, earning and having a sort of fair crack at making a living and having a proper life that is equal. So yeah, so it was all a bit bleak, but then what was really exciting is I got invited to a group where we're going to actually do things and to propel that activism, because it's quite hard when you're just by yourself. There are examples of women who have just singularly made significant change, but it was only when they got to be a group. If you think about the suffragette movement or the sort of feminist movement of the 60s and 70s, they really made a big change, and it's time to make a big change again because of health. We hadn't really thought about what happens if you're single and midlife and female. What happens to us in terms of our futures? We've just kind of thrown ourselves away because we dropped the ball after sort of being riot girls of the 90s. What have we done since we sort of rested on our laurels? And now we're reaping the benefits of that, and you know. It's just becoming really hard. So it's time to actually stand up and to become an activist rather than sort of reposting things, being furious about things, complaining about things. Stop complaining, start acting. Uh, it's not a very ADHD focused message today, but I think it's, you know, it is connected, because quite often ADHD, who undiagnosed with women, you know, has resulted in sort of time off work and career breaks, because of the sort of depression and the other allied things that happen. You know, you're more likely to have an autoimmune disease, etc. So, you know, the confession of the midlife ADHD today is stand up, get up, stand up for your rights. Okay, thank you. Bye.